call. This will be number 7, session number 7. Let's jump in right away. Let's see if I can get this one right today as far as sharing my screen and everything. Just want to make sure we have a little bit of organization for Larry, our producer, so he can then use all the information and get it right for all of us. See if I can have that one. And let's take a look if it works. Now it's supposed to be 7. Jesus, my Lord. Let me try again. Let's see. Forget it. I thought I updated this whole thing. What happened here? Oh, yeah. I didn't update it. I got to do this again, guys. Let me try again. Forget it. We got it there. It's 7. Let me see if I can see it on the screen. Okay, morning call 1985. This is our session number 7. And let's just jump right into it. We're going to talk about AMC, okay? We're going to talk about the next short squeeze. That's what is this whole thing about, the next short squeeze. Now, we are experiencing a massive flow of tons of liquidity in the markets in the U.S., and I'm not going to lie to you. You must take advantage of this opportunity. You have to do it. You totally have to do it. So we're going to take a look at what's happening with AMC. I'm going to just jump right into the charts and see. We're going to just study this. Let me just, how I can do this. Okay, right there. And let's take a look at the chart. So right now, it's about targets. Now, we know the risk. Every time that you're going to place a trade, just mind your risk. So we need to look at potential levels. Now, you may think AMC has no business trading at $36 per share. Okay, right now the opening, you can easily see that on Yahoo Finance. Right now, let's take a look, see if we can have it. It's about $11.16 per share. And you may say, hey, it is impossible. There's no one going to the movies, right? And you think you're smart. Hey, it's not going to happen. But remember, you have Wall Street Bets. You have FinTwit, that's financial Twitter. You have massive power. Rest assured, if we experience Gamestop, ticker GME, trading from $20 to $260, $250, give and change, right? We may have the opportunity to see AMC trading at $36 per share. How soon? That's always a question. How soon? Well, I don't know how many memes we have out there about AMC. Do you have any idea? Well, memes also is part of the new data that everyone should be studying. Back in the days, with the explosion of hedge funds and quant, more sort of like hedge funds that were oriented to be quant traders, they were looking to expand, and they were looking at the different research. And they say, well, hey, what about the news? Can we read some news? And today, if you go to Twitter, memes all over the place. So what if you can actually gauge bullish bias, bearish bias based on the number of memes that a stock will have? So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm calling here today. It's about understanding, you know what? There's a new piece of data. And that new piece of data, it's related to, let me see if I can fix this. Okay, yeah. That new piece of data, it's related to the number of memes a stock actually has. And we can absolutely determine bullish bias, bearish bias. Bearish bias is based on data, guys. Now, I will say, based on what we have seen so far, if things go as expected in the same way that it went with GME, make no mistakes, we have blue skies and fresh air all the way to $36.18. Now, if you go back in time, look at the chart. This is the weekly chart back in November 2016. This is where the stock was trading at the time. Let's just zoom this a little bit so we can have it, and you can have an idea. I'm not sharing with you something that has no probability. Yes, it may have a low probability if you think about it, but when you look at where the stock was trading back in the days, that was November 2016, $35.10. And it was not only one time, it was two times. You have two different scenarios back on March 2015 where AMC was trading at $35 per share. Now, today, as I said, it's a great news. We got some of our colleagues from Germany. They saw the stock trading as high as $14 14 euros per share. So make no mistake, today this stock will definitely fly. If by any chance there's a slowdown, that slowdown will be based on the availability of strike prices when it comes to options. Now, remember that the ultimate successful weapon that retail traders are using against hedge funds, against Wall Street, are options. And you can say, well, how is that even possible? Remember, options is a new game for retail traders. With Robinhood, with all those discounted brokers offering no commissions, and I mean, we can debate all day how they actually make their money. But the point is that they gave us, yes, they gave me and you, retail traders, the greatest opportunity of all time to finally squeeze those bastards from Wall Street, those bastards in suits. I mean, I'm not saying all of them are bad, all right? But there are a lot of assholes there. So, and there's a lot of nice people. But this is for the years where actually Main Street was always squeezed by these hedge funds. And now finally we have a weapon that we can use against them. And those are options, call options mainly. Because the dynamics of option is that you buy the option, okay? And we're not talking about huge chunks of options, not a big number of contracts, because a lot of retail traders, they may have $300. Some may have $50,000, $100,000, but there's a tons of traders in the United States that they have $1,000, $500, $5,000. Hey, listen, a lot of people, they're actually trading with their stimulus check. You know why? Not because they want, it's because they have no other choice. It's what is called TINA, TINA. There is no alternative. No one was hiring. So you get your stimulus check and that's all you have. So you need to find a way to provide. You need to find a way to put food on the table. So you look at the best next thing that is available, online trading, and that's it. So then shares might be $3, $5. How you load with that price? Hey, you look for not very expensive call options. So if you look at AMC, what we need to figure first is the strikes available. One of the reasons that GameStop, GME last week didn't hit 100 right away or pass that level, stay above that level, is because when we're looking at the last expiration on options, the max strike available by the market makers, I repeat, by the market makers was $60. Okay? It was $60. So because it was $60, retail traders were capped. So I'm going like a retail trader. I'm like, okay, I think this thing is going up, but guess what? The maximum strike price was $60. So you were like, okay, I guess I would just load the boat on this one. So that was the explosion in how all those out of the money calls went into the money. So you think, oh, it's impossible. This thing is not, it popped, but I don't think on Friday, on expiration date, it will just pop and be above $60, putting my calls in the money. And that's exactly what happened. A lot of people were buying calls at 4 cents, 10 cents, 14 cents, 20 cents. Those who thought, game over. There's no way Gamestop, from all the stocks in the world, Gamestop, GME, will trade in the money on expiration date. And that's exactly what happened. I tell you guys, hey, listen, we live in a fantastic world right now. The things that you thought were not possible, they're actually becoming a real thing. Now, so if you look at what is available, I'm going to look into February, see what is available. Look at what's happening now. And I don't know, maybe if I look into my trading platform, I should actually probably do that. Let me also take a look at my trading platform. It's hard for me to say now. Let's just have to take a look at Thinkorswim. And the most important is, at the end of the day, is to understand, okay, what is the strike available? Because as soon as we figure what is the strike available, then we can say, okay, this is it for it. Let's take a look at AMC, because if it's only 7, then there's an issue. They're gonna pile retail traders, probably all again from Wall Street Bets. Remember, there's about like 2 million of them, 2 million members, counting, even more, I think. And let's take a look at the last expiration, 30 days from now. Okay, so perfect. They have strike 9. That means someone sold, the market maker, someone created this contract where they say, okay, we offer you at up to 9, saying, okay, the contract by that date, February 26th, may be in the money, maybe at $9 or above $9. So that's what I have. So judging by what we have so far in front of my screen, we have nothing else. So that means now the market makers, they have to come up with new strikes, new prices, new strikes for these stocks. So that's something that we have to think about now. Where is this thing heading now? That's the most important. Where is this thing heading? So again, these are a little bit of the levels we have so far. I wanted to share those with you. But rest assured, this already is out. This pretty small level, 750 is out. This one is out too. Next one, don't be surprised today. AMC, again, AMC will be trading at $17 per share in the United States. And if all goes well, by the end of the day or after hours today, January 27, 2021, as well, we can easily see the stock trading at $21. And this is not something that are just coming up and saying, hey, this is something that may happen. Look, it's hot. The stock is hot. And there are previous levels where the stock was trading at some point in time that we can use as reference where to start taking profits. Remember, a lot of gurus, whatever you want to call it, the idea is when we all helping each other. That's what I think is happening in this new decade. Is you know something, you share it with me. I know something, I share it with you. Together, boom, together we go out there and we look to make some more money from the markets. It's about trading. It's a smart trading, and it's trading together. It is a fact that trading itself is not a team sport. True. But it's also something that you can do better if you have tools. And if you don't have the tools, listen, you can always ask for help. You can go to Twitter, you can go to these groups in Reddits, and people, they truly want to help. So that's what is changing in this age. And at the same time, the internet, man, such a beautiful thing. Like, look, I know little about production, and I use Restream to sort of put out my content, sort of go out there because I have something to say, and I want to say, and I don't want to just die without saying things. And from time to time, I'll probably say something dumb, but I will try to just make sure I bring the best value to the table. So that's what it is. It's about the power of the internet. If you use it correctly, it can empower our lives. Hey, listen, again, people are trading stocks because they want to make money. They have families. They even if you want to buy a car, yes, why not? But also, hey, pay some credit card debt. Pay something that you have there, right? So that is about. So today, the trading day is looking very active. Let's take a look at, let me see if I have the stockanalysis.com. We have the U.S. pre-market, AMC at the top, 149%. Then we have Gamestop. Believe it or not, still, if you bought it yesterday, $100 per share. Today, you will be sitting at 93% gain. Also, coming out of nowhere, out of the blue, you have EXPR Express trading pre-market 61.51%. Guys, this stock was trading at $1.44. I repeat, $1.44 Friday last week. About 26. That was 26. No, 36. 36 minutes before the closing bell. That thing popped out of nowhere. Let me show you exactly what I mean by that. It popped out of nowhere. This thing went up from Friday to Monday, 150% up, 150% up. This is exactly what is happening right now in the U.S. stock market. So I think it was somewhere around that price last Friday. And look at it. It can easily be giving us today probably even more. It's giving us almost 200% in less than 6 days? That's it. Less than 6 days. And it has potential to continue. Now, if you look at technicals. I'm not just gonna uh, shower you with fundamentals. It's more like, look, these are technical levels. These are levels that you may need to pay attention, because that's where you want to start looking and potentially, depending on your goals, to exit your previous buys. Now, for example, we have lots of liquidity all the way to somewhere here, December 2019. That is $6. How difficult will be for the stock with the momentum it has to touch and break through $6.20. And after that, we have blue skies and fresh air all the way up to $9.60. And you may say again, hey, listen, I don't think that can happen. And I'm telling you, don't think, fly. Just let it be, man. Just fly with it. Fly with it. And express, ticker symbol EXPR, with the momentum it has and what we've seen so far from GameStop, AMC theaters, Bed Bath and Beyond, BlackBerry. It's not one stock. It's not two stocks. Guys, it's 3, 4, 5, 6 PRTS. Go ticker GOGO. It's also opening big gap today. There is a trend. There is a trend. Short squeeze. One of the themes that we have to trade at least in the first quarter of 2020. Well, at least the first half of 2021, guys. It's short squeeze. Look at the short flows. This is what is happening. Again, same way. Don't be surprised if you see Express, a stock that Friday last week was trading at $1.44, will be trading this week or early, the latest next week at $9.50. All right. And now I want to take just a quick pause, and I will come back and talk to you more about currencies. All right, guys. Welcome back. And now we're just going to talk a little bit about currencies. Let's take a look at what's happening with the a Great British Pound versus the US dollar. So remember, everything we do here is for educational purposes only. Entertainment. Yeah, entertainment. A way for you to connect with people like you, just someone like you that is. I have a little bit more experience. I've been doing this for a little bit longer, maybe. That's about it. I'm not better than you. I just want to share with you. And at some point, you may want to be, don't be shy. Write whatever. Hey, Jose, learn to use the software, man. Something like that, whatever. But the idea is for us to exchange at all time knowledge. That is what it's about. To share knowledge and to come up with better solutions. So for all of us to make money. Why it has to be like just someone that guru, female or masculine, female or male that knows everything. No, together we can win in this game. All right. So now let's take a look at currencies. That's Forex. The pound versus the US dollar. Well, there's this strategy. So better call it methodology. It's H4R85. It's based on the H4, the 4-hour chart, and it's an 85 pip rotation. The benefit of the rotation at the end of the day is that it helps you. It helps you to identify those predetermined levels where there's certain expectation the currency will stop or stop, reverse, or coming through with the breakout. That's what we're looking now. If you look at this bar right there, there's a massive push here, massive push up from 136.07. So that means the round figure, remember magnet levels, 50.00, for example. If you have a stock, let's just use the example of a stock that is trading around 90, 95. Most likely there is a probability that it will make a push to hit the 100 level. That's what it does. Same if you have a stock trading at 40, 45, it won't be ridiculous to think that it will make a push up to trade at $50. Well, the same happens with currencies. You have the round figure, which is 00, in this case, the 136.00, where the currency, it went all the way down to pick that liquidity. Remember, if you want something to go up, okay, if you really want it to go up, like big time, it doesn't go in a straight line. So it has to come down, pick liquidity, which is exactly what it did yesterday, the Great British Pound versus the US dollar, and then it started flying. So from that point, from 136.08, again, defending the round figure, all right, it went up 140 points. Now, if you trade Forex with one standard lot, we're talking about $1,400 in your account. In the next, this is a 4-hour chart, so this is 8 hours, 12 hours, 12, 16, in about 24 hours. That's exactly right. In about 24 hours, you take home with one standard lot, $1,400. Now, you have to measure your risk. So it will depend on your risk appetite, what you want to achieve exactly, the size of the account you need. Usually, a lot of people laugh at the idea that you cannot start with $3,000. But $3,000, it's a lot of money. That doesn't mean that at the very beginning, when you open your account, you have to start trading with everything. Now, it means it's a pretty good size. Remember, not everyone is rich. We have a lot of responsibilities. And sometimes there are a lot of people still paying college loans, so many things. All right. So the idea at the end of the day is, listen, I'm going to take some money that I'm going to save. And there's always the power of leverage, but use leverage correctly. So you start with 3,000 pounds, 3,000 euros, $3,000, similar currency denomination, and you can start making something happen. But at the end of the day, you need to have some direction. And that's what you get from H4R85, the sense of direction. So what happened yesterday, we have prices deeping all the way to peak liquidity for the pound dollar, and then it goes all the way up. Now, here's the thing. If I buy at this level, I don't have the edge. What do I mean by this? I don't have the edge because, listen, you're buying at the top of the range. The full rotation, okay, it's this point. This is 85 pips, almost 85 pips, okay, back and forth. So you're buying at the top. That means that you're buying the resistance. Now, there's always the probability that we have a breakout. That means prices go through the level. And everyone is happy. However, you need to mind the risk, mind the gap, like in the tube in London. Same way. That's what you have to do. So if I buy now, I know I have a big jump all the way to almost 70 pips in risk, all the way down to the next rotation level, which is exactly what I have to the right, 136.60. So in this case, if I think that is just going to continue, I don't buy a full standard lot. I probably buy 33% of my position. So that's where you have to come and understand the size relatively to where is the asset. Basically, I don't have the edge. Now, I know that there's a breakout, and in fact, the dollar continues its decline. Yeah, why not? I can easily see my next level where I will take profits will be 138.32. That's the value of having a methodology in place before you trade. It's not only having fancy indicators and 520 screens in front of you. Guys, listen, you only have two eyes. That's it. All right. So in that sense, what I'm calling is to understand, look, at the end of the day, okay, at the end of the day, there's only XYZ amount of things that you can see before taking the trade. So all I do is looking at this chart, placing my ideas and measuring, and always asking, you always need to ask the right questions. Where is the asset located? Now, when you have a map like this one, when you have this map, when you have an idea what is happening with the currency, you can say, okay, if I buy now, I have all this risk. I can wait. If you cannot wait, you say, you know what, rather than buy one standard lot, because I have so much risk to the next rotation level, I'm just going to buy 2 mini lots. That's it. That's the exercise, the mental exercise. And more than mental exercise is about respecting your money, respecting your hard-earned money. Always remember how long it took you to save your pot. Those 3,000 pounds, those $3,000, how long it took you to put it together. That's what I'm calling it. Now, absolutely, there's no doubt. If we take a look at the dollar index, this thing is not looking good. I probably to take this time to update this. Let's see, 27. All right. And you go here and you say, well, the dollar index not doing so good. It looked at some point that it was sort of making a comeback. But remember, look at this trend line. This is the weekly bearish trend line. That's the red for it. It's red. It's bad. The dollar index, which is supposed to measure the strength of the dollar, the US dollar, the greenback, the almighty US dollar has been broken. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that in English that way, but it's been broken. So that means is in the ER, it's emergency room for the dollar index. So slowly, it doesn't mean that it will just happen, that other currencies will just appreciate faster than the US dollar. No, it's a step-by-step process. And there will be some weeks down the road, you will see a comeback, a short comeback from the US dollar. But don't think that that strength or that recovery will be sustainable. It cannot sustain itself. Why? Because the US has this printing machine called the Federal Reserve, or printing manager called the Federal Reserve in the United States of America. And they're just printing dollar. And you cannot avoid currency devaluation when you print money. When you artificially create more money, there's no way to stop. Let me just open so I can see the streaming. All right. Yeah, when you are printing more money, I have to call Ruiz. Okay. Yeah, when you're printing money, it's very difficult for you to have a very strong currency. And that's what is happening with the US dollar. Now, just as a little bit of guidance, I will talk about it tomorrow. If I were to take a trend Fibonacci and sort of try to understand what is this currency, where is this thing now, and I say this, which is the push before the breakout to the downside, what I will call here is this. It looks like it make a push, and I wouldn't be surprised if it make it back all the way to 91.60. That's not out of question. But any pullbacks, any dips, when you look at the pound dollar, there will be opportunities for you to buy. Why? Because at the end of the day, the story is not different. Let's say, for example, the dollar index goes all the way to the 61.8% of Fibonacci. All right, that's fine. That's 9160, and it can still go up a little bit more to this trend line. The challenge is how much money or who is going to buy this thing? Who is going to load all those dollars that the Federal Reserve is printing? Now, at some point, yeah, absolutely. You think, well, the pound should not be here, but think about it. All the risk is slowly, uh, it's already priced in the pound. The Brexit thing already is gone, and yeah, they're facing new challenges with COVID-19 and the new strain of virus. But at the end of the day, they're finding ways. And those are things that people know. And there's nothing else to shut down. Everything is closed. So what else are going to close? So we already know that this is a challenge. Now, the question is how soon the economy will reopen. That's really what we're thinking. It's the next variable in the equation. But at the end of the day, the dollar weakness, it's really something other currencies cannot fight. And you will see the pound dollar sooner rather than later, trading all the way not only at 138.30, but pushing through 139.15. These are the levels with H4R85. Simple to understand. Always remember, you need to ask yourself a question. Where is the currency? Where is the asset? And if I judge this chart right now and I look for a trend Fibonacci, just as a last thought for today, is if you look at this range from 135.18 all the way to 137.40, that's about rough. Okay, that's more or less 225 pips. Okay, 225 pips. That's the last leg up we are experiencing in the pound versus the US dollar. If you see it, just take a look at this. Look at the chart. The pullback ends at 61.8. Very simple. A lot of people laugh at Fibonacci levels. It's not that they work. It's just a little bit of guidance. So you increase your precision at the before you place the trade. That's what it is. So judging at this, listen, we will have a Fibonacci activated when the price trades above the 0.0%. That's 137.45. And we already have, take a look at this. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably this number 6 candles facing, challenging 137.45. And as soon as we break that level, hey guys, as I said with Express, AMC, we have blue skies and fresh air all the way to H4R85 levels, 138.30, and the next level, 139.15. So far, no reasons to sell the pound. The only thing you have to do is to adjust your risk and find a technical entry. All right? Perfect. Just take a break. What the? Oh my God, Jesus Christ. I think Gamestop is trading at 315. Yeah, $300. It's amazing. 1,500%, man. 1,500%. Absolutely. Wow, what a great trade. We have BlackBerry trading at $23. It was about $5 only like 8 weeks ago. PBI as well. This is just amazing. Just amazing. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish today's stream. I have a few classes that I have to go back, but I want to show you exactly what is happening in the pre-market, the U.S. pre-markets. AMC there, absolutely beautiful for these positions. And for example, Express as well, 59.87% up. Kodak Moment, 37% up. Revlon coming out of nowhere, trading at 36% before that. Also, Timber Pharmaceuticals, 32% pre-market. It's just unbelievable. What a great time to be alive. Let me see what else we have there. But it's great. Absolutely a lot of action in the U.S. Pre-market, or well, the call before hours. One stock, a lot of people are just they're not paying attention, I guess, because it's not small cap. But look at what Microsoft is doing pre-market. It's 3.59% up. Absolutely something to consider. Now, before I go, always remember, in the US, the weight of the indices is based on 5 companies. Well, you can say now Tesla, but you still have Microsoft being one of those great companies with a big capitalization. And there's a guy that you should pay attention on Twitter, Charlie, that thing. Okay, Charlie Bilello, here it is. And Charlie, he does a great job. Great guy. He comes with a lot of data that you will be like, huh? But it does helps a lot. It does help a lot. Take a look at this data right there. This is Microsoft revenue in billions. Look at what they were doing in 1995. Now, I mean, it's great. Yeah, it's 1995. But if you look at what they're doing the last couple of years, 2017, 102. 2018, 118, and 2019, 134. And believe it or not, these guys, they keep going up. Also, the guys from Finimize, I don't even know how you guys have to Finimize. I don't know if it was the guys from Finimize who was saying that basically, we have to go back to this one, but someone was saying that only in the last 10 years, Microsoft had only missed analyst expectations or consensus 4 times. 4 times since 2010. That's a great track record for a company. So they're doing very well. I think it was Bazinga, the guys from Bazinga, or I don't know how you call that, Bazinga. But I have a couple notes here. Where I have my notes? Jesus. Okay, so all right, wait. Let me get my notes. I have so many notebooks where I take notes and everything. So the guys, I think it was the guys from Bazinga, they actually said that Microsoft, a couple of things. They have a 20% increase, 20% subscriber growth for Xbox Game Pass. And that's part of the renewed ecosystem. It's a new strategy that they have. Apparently, they mess it up a little bit with the gold subscriptions. If you guys know more about it, I don't have Xbox. I actually play from my computer when I have breaks. And then revenue rose 17% year over year, $43.1 billion beating street estimates. Those were about $40.2 billion, something to consider. And Xbox, remember, Sony actually has PlayStation 5. Actually, I have to get one. But Xbox actually growth came in around 40% year over year. So those are great figures for Microsoft. And yeah, we're making money with this short squeeze and everything. Again, BlackBerry, Bed Bath & Beyond, Call That coming in, PRTS. All of that is great. KOSS, KOSS. That is amazing. But at the end of the day, the market itself is going to sustain when these big players keep doing what they do the best, is totally transforming our lives. And they talk about the Microsoft. They talk about how what they were expecting in the next 4 or 5 years is actually happening in the last 6 months. They have Microsoft Teams. They have demand for Office. It's beautiful, and a lot of that is just cloud technology. Okay, so perfect, guys. I sadly have to let you go, guys. Like I said, as I keep recording, as I keep coming in the show in the London Morning Call, it will get better. And as well, always, if you have any suggestions, don't tell me that I should stop, please. It will hurt my feelings. No, it won't. It will. No, it won't. But I will come back and share more. We're going to keep sharing just strategies, basic ideas, and with your comments, also, we can all grow together, because there's an opportunity for us to make money in the markets in this new decade. For the first time, Wall Street is afraid of Main Street. Wall Street is afraid of the power you have. And everything is thank you to one instrument that no one thought it will fire back to the big boys. Options. Okay, so we're going to continue. I see you guys tomorrow, and thank you so much. And stay tuned. See you tomorrow. Okay, ciao.